No eating alone over here. I have a friend in the kitchen with Chef Forrest Warren from Smoke BBQ Restaurant and Bar. You're going to be at the Bodacious Boardwalk Bazaar next weekend. Welcome to the Hampton Road Show.
Glad to be here.
All right, so did I get this right? Pork belly?
Absolutely, pork belly. Breakfast of champions, right?
Breakfast of champions. All right. So the restaurant, was that like the big thing on the menu?
No, the big thing on the menu is smoked pulled pork, brisket.
Gotcha.
That's the big sellers.
Well, I'm excited, and I can help you if you need some assistance. I'm a good sous chef. So, and we'll talk about being at the Bodacious Boardwalk Bazaar next weekend.
That's right.
That's going to be a lot of fun. All right, thanks so much. Happy Friday, everyone. Back in the kitchen with Chef Forrest Warren from Smoke BBQ Restaurant and Bar, one of the food vendors that are going to be at next weekend's Bodacious Boardwalk Bazaar at Fort Monroe. Today, you're making pork belly with applesauce, candied pecans, and white bean saute. Yes. Yep. Wow.
Yep.
That's quite a feast, my friend.
It's good stuff. You kind of.
Right. Yeah, let's get started. Explain the pork belly.
You got to start a day and a half, or a day in advance. I'm sorry. Pork belly is the same piece of meat that bacon is made out of, and we're going to do a quick brine on it. When I say quick, it's just 12 hours. Okay. So we get started with our apple juice.
Just regular apple juice.
Regular apple juice,
okay.
A quart, 32 ounces. And to that, we're going to add some more sugar.
So this is the secret to a really great pork belly, yes?
Yes.
Brining it?
Yeah, brining it, it takes all these herbs and salt and replaces the juices of the belly.
Because you know a lot of people will get a piece of meat and they just sprinkle it on top, pop it in the oven, but you're like, no. So there's a lot of sweet stuff going in here.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
And that's a little brown sugar. And then this is just a regular blend of pickle and spice. You can get it at any grocery store. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's about a tablespoon and a half.
And so you want your applesauce, it's bubbling. Is that pretty hot?
It to boil.
Okay.
And you want it to boil for a few minutes so all that stuff gets together and starts releasing all its flavors. And last but not least, salt.
Is that, you pouring all that salt in there?
That is 1 cup of salt, yes.
1 cup of salt goes in the brine.
1 cup of salt goes in the brine.
Got it. Well, it's the brine. You're the chef. You're the expert.
Right. Like I said, you want this to come up to a boil.
And can you, I smell it. Yep.
Oh, yeah. And it smells delicious, but if you were to taste it right now,
I'm going to pass.
Okay. And once this gets going, you can't pour it directly on the meat like that because it'll start cooking it.
Too hot. Gotcha.
Yeah, so what you want to do is add 3.5–4 cups of ice to that. And that'll cool it off instantly.
So you want it to cool down.
You want it to
you
be
can also,
absolutely cool.
Do room temperature too for brine?
It's got to be at least room temperature. Anything in that, you start cooking the exterior of the meat.
Wow. And we don't want that because it has to slow cook. How long does it take to cook? If it takes 12 hours to brine?
About 3 hours to cook.
Wow.
So, of course, I cook mine in a smoker, but you can absolutely do that in a low temperature oven, like about 250 degrees. Like I said, about 3 hours. And
you guys are in Newport News. Let's talk about the restaurant. Any specials going on right now, and what can people expect when they head up your way?
Well, right now in the smokehouse, we're offering fresh local flounder as our special, right off the boat. But like I said earlier, our big hitters are the pulled pork, the brisket, the ribs, and the smoked chicken. I can't keep enough of them in the building.
What are some sides you get to put with all this stuff, like pork belly? What would go good with this?
Well, today we got going white beans with this.
That's right.
And of course the traditional apples.
Wow.
Right.
Okay, so you covered the entire pork belly. Oh,
yep, you want it submerged.
Floating around.
And then said that goes into your refrigerator.
Okay.
For 12 hours, at least overnight.
So it has to get chilled.
Has to get chilled.
Okay. And then for 12 hours has passed, so hence we know that we have one in there now.
That's right.
So how excited are you guys to be participating in next weekend's big Bodacious Boardwalk Bazaar Festival? I mean, that's a lot of fun.
Oh, we're very excited. It's we're really looking forward to it, and the whole weekend. So we're camping out. We're bringing our trailer. We're bringing our smoker. And we're doing it.
The smell alone is people are going to find your tent wherever it's at.
Hickory blowing through the park.
You're going to be giving away samples and stuff like that for folks to be able to try?
Oh, we're going to be selling some.
Oh, selling stuff too? Okay, gotcha. So you're one of the food vendors out there.
Yep, we're one of the food vendors.
So what's next?
Okay, what's next is we're going to go ahead and start some our candied pecans.
And that goes good with the pork belly.
That goes good with the pork belly.
Okay.
Because those have to cool too. We get our hot pan.
That's butter.
A little bit of butter.
I was like, okay, are you putting the whole
Like I said, the breakfast champions.
Do you guys have your restaurant? Is it the atmosphere kind of like at times you guys get live music down there, or is it?
No, we have yet to
more
have
family
live
dining?
music. It's family dining. We do have a full service bar. You know, we just specialize in slow home cooked food.
I like it. You said you've been there, what, 2?
I've been there a little over 2 years, and the restaurant's been there about 2 years.
And I was like, well, how
2.5
long
years.
have you been in the culinary world? And you said
Forever, since I was 16.
And he counts his first job, which was at?
Wendy's.
That's good.
Yep.
Because you learned something, I'm sure, along
Got a
the
lot
way.
lot of experience there.
Now you say pecan or pecan?
I say pecan. I'm from Newport News.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Like pecan.
I had one of my chefs told me before that only truckers use pecans.
Pecans.
Okay.
Well, we got to find a place to stop, but the pecans, whatever you want to call it, are in the butter. Are you
Yep.
going to
And
season
our
them
hot
with
butter.
anything else?
Yes, ma'am. We're going to get that tossed around a little bit.
Yep. We're going to start smelling that.
Yeah, and now
Brown sugar, huh?
brown sugar.
All right, we're going to stop here, and Chef, you continue on what you need to do. When we come back, we'll put it all together, and at the very end, taste the pork belly and all the great sides.
Great.
Good job. Thank you. All right, back in the kitchen with Chef Forrest Warren from Smoke Barbecue Restaurant and Bar, one of the food vendors at next weekend's Bodacious Boardwalk Bazaar at Fort Monroe. The pork belly has just made its appearance.
Yep.
This looks amazing.
Yep, we've brined it for 12 hours, and then we slow smoked it at under 250 degrees for 3 hours. And all that apple juice you saw and all that sugar gave us this nice caramelization to it, and it's looking really good.
So when you poured it in the brine, you drain all that out,
Yep.
and then that's just, and you want to let it just sit and rest before you cut into it, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, sounds good.
Absolutely.
All right, moving on to
Okay.
our sides. Oh, then the pecans.
Yep, there's our candy
Butter,
pecans.
and then the brown sugar.
Right.
All right.
And they're all cooled and ready to go.
Okay.
So right here I got a little bit of apple juice, a little bit of white wine, whatever you like to drink is what you want to cook with.
Gotcha.
So, and we're adding to that 3 peeled and large cut Granny Smith apples.
And do you prefer those because they're a lot more firm?
They're
you know?
great for cooking because they're a
Gotcha.
little tart,
Yeah.
and they'll take to that apple juice and that any kind of sweetness well,
Soak it
and
all in.
also that tartness will just go with that sweet candy pecans very
I love
well.
it. I love it.
Okay.
So, and I was asking, how many smokers do you have there at the restaurant?
We have 2 large smokers that we use, our Southern Prides, and that's used mainly for our restaurant food, our briskets and our ribs and all that. Then we have 2 toe behinds, one of them, my favorite, the Lang, the Big Lang.
Wow.
And we take that on events with us.
Some serious stuff
So we
happening.
go out there with our smokers and make it happen in your yard.
I bet the
too.
minute when people are even just driving by or they walk up
Oh,
in the park,
absolutely.
like it just hits you.
We have people that pull in our parking lot just because our smokers are going out back.
to smell
you
it,
can
I
smell
like
it
it.
driving down the road.
All right, so heating up in this pan.
Okay, we got our apples going for
Gotcha,
our
okay.
applesauce. And this pan, we got more of my favorite ingredient,
Butter,
a little bit of butter.
a little bit of butter. What would a dish be without butter?
Okay, and we're going to let that get hot.
Okay.
I'm going to start cutting up our onion.
Now that's
This is
some
just
chef
a,
skills now with that onion situation.
oh, that's right. And this is just a regular yellow onion.
So how did you get into, wanting to like smoke barbecue and do barbecue? Have you always had a love for that, or just
I've
kinda
always
it's
done
on
it
your path?
with my dad at home.
Yeah.
You know, in our little home smokers. I've always liked to cook. I've always cooked. And this has just been one thing I like to do. I like to slow cook food. I like to cook outside on our smokers. I like to braise a big piece of meat in the house all day long, kind of
Yeah.
like crock pot style. You can smell it cooking. And
Well, if you want to get
it's all about the comfort food.
Yes, and if you want to get a taste of this, you can at next weekend's Bodacious Boardwalk Bazaar, bringing in the lovely Miss Sandra Gardner.
Thank you.
Hi.
Good to see you. We always love having you. We love being here.
You're doing it big this year. by
And we
bringing
are. We're
guys
hitting
like
all
them
the
out.
senses.
So, okay, tell people what they can expect. It's outdoors at
Oh,
Fort Monroe.
gosh. Not only are we going to hit your senses with a beautiful venue. I mean, Fort Monroe is absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
But we're going to hit you with great smells.
Yeah.
This is going to come out of there, and people are just going to be coming from all over. They want to come and shop and eat and listen to music. We have bands. We have 12 bands there through the weekend. We have, of course, the great vendors. We have been all over looking for vendors for 4 years. You know, our show has hand-picked juried vendors, so it's quality. And now we have a venue that's beautiful.
Yeah,
you know,
the beautiful
Fort Monroe is
scenery,
gorgeous,
yeah.
and you know the public just does not realize that it's just drive on. You know, there's no more showing any ID. There's no more pulling out your registration and all this stuff they used to do. You almost had to.
So you're saying there's no excuses of
No
why
excuses.
you shouldn't be.
No excuses.
at
Every
Fort Monroe.
sense in your body should bring you to the Bodacious Bazaar. That sense to spend money,
Yeah.
and that wanting to see a beautiful atmosphere. The other is and we have 3 huge, beautiful tents. So even if the weather's a little funny, and it's not supposed to, because I talk to God over that, you know, and
I got you.
we put in an order, you know.
There you go.
We ordered good barbecue and we ordered good weather.
Well,
So-
we have all this goodness. It's too much. I can't.
know.
You just got to come to it. The
Gotta
Bodacious
come.
Boardwalk Bazaar and Spring Festival, May 2nd through the 4th at Fort Monroe. Tickets and information, bodaciousbazaar.com. And remember, you can also get a taste of this fine barbecue, which we will at the end of the show. Chef and Sandra, thanks so much.
Thank you.